Good morning. I'm outside walking with my dog. And when my dog walks, I'm gonna talk. So today I'm gonna talk about my experience in my first trimester of pregnancy. To be truthfully honest, this is to spread awareness and also to give people insight about exactly what I was going through. Now I know people say I'm pregnant, not disabled. I'm pregnant, I'm sick. A lot of women have different experiences while pregnant. My experience wasn't great. Not in the first trimester. Shit sucked. Yeah, morning sickness wasn't morning sickness. Morning sickness was all day nausea. And it was so bad. Oh my God. It was awful. I was throwing up about 12 to 15 times a day. I was completely dehydrated. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink anything because everything would just come out. And it led me in the ER a few times. I had to get fluids and all that good stuff. I had to get medication for it. It wasn't just the throwing up part. It was the fact that I was just depleted of all my energy. I didn't feel like doing anything. I was in a complete funk. Some days I would just stay in the bed. With nausea, it was so frequent that I ended up, thank you, Coco. It was so frequent that I ended up like ripping up my esophagus and tearing up the lining of my stomach. Oh, don't do that. Sorry. And it just wasn't a good experience whatsoever because you can't really treat that. Like, you can't treat esophageal tears at all. You just have to let them heal. And then when you throwing up on top of already damaged insides, this shit wasn't cool at all. On top of that, oh, this dog is tripping out, and I don't think this little boy can handle him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pause this. Come here, Coke. Be back soon. No. Don't act a fool because that dog's acting a fool. What's wrong with you? Alright. So, I would say that the worst part about it was actually just, like, there's no treatment for that. You know, you just gotta go through it. So just picture your worst hangover ever. Times that shit by like 6, and then it lasting 4.5 months. So that's pretty much what I was going through. I was to a point where everything would make me nauseous. I couldn't even be on my phone. I couldn't really watch TV. Like, I wasn't listening to music. Like, literally everything would make me throw up. Like, no matter what it was. I hated being at home, but I couldn't go anywhere else. Like, I couldn't drive because I was just so dizzy from dehydration, from throwing up. It was so bad. And I specifically didn't want to make a video while I was experiencing that. I wanted to wait until after so I can reflect. And even when I reflect on it, it was still bad. That shit wasn't great. Whew. Yo, some women make this look real graceful, and I commend y'all. And I understand everyone does have different experiences when it comes to pregnancy, but I tell you what, this might be a one-stop shop. So one of the most challenging parts about dealing with all this is hearing everyone else's story, you know, because everyone has insight, which is fine. But people telling me, oh, it's gonna get better. Just give it time, give it a few months. And I'm like, sis, at this point I'm throwing up blood. Like, did you do that? Were you doing that too? Every day? Were you? So I'm pretty anemic now because of all that. I guess blood, throwing up. And yo, that first meal I had after not being able to like hold food down for a good, it was like 2 months. I still remember when I came back home from the hospital and they gave me medication. And the first meal I had, it was so satisfying. It wasn't even a meal, it was a freaking snack. I had peanut butter toast with sliced banana on it and honey and almonds on top. When I say that shit was hitting, like, I had been so deprived of food, and that was so good. And now that's been like my go-to during pregnancy, that or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I feel childish, but that works. Like, it's a lot of food that would make me so sick I can't eat it any longer. Like, I don't think I'm ever gonna eat onions again. I don't think I will ever eat noodles again. And I love noodles. Oh my goodness. Anyways, it was a lot to deal with because y'all know I'm an active person. And I like to be in the gym, and I like to work out. I like to be productive throughout my day. High energy. Everything I was doing just wasn't working, and I was just completely not feeling like myself. So it was rough, man. And now I would say it's more it's easier to deal with because of medication I'm on. I've been on that medication since month 3, I guess, and now it's month 6. So I don't like medication, but I needed this. And I can't imagine going through this shit again. I'm sorry, that's the truth.